What's going on, guys? Finally I was able to knock out a video for you guys. It's been a while since I've given you an update, but recently we just had our newborn baby boy and he's kept us pretty busy. But yeah, guys, just wanted to show you a couple of things in the tank have been declining just for the simple reason of me not getting in here and pruning things down. As you can see, the kids here are going crazy. They think it's feeding time. But yeah, there's a lot of corals that are growing into each other. Some of them just start fusing at the point where they start touching. But sometimes they also, I guess, get to a point where they get so stressed out, they say the hell with it, and they start STNing. Like this PC rainbow here. It's starting to STN. It's been touching the green bird nest for a while. And on top of that, part of it is being shaded by the green bird nest. So if you guys take a look, the part that's being shaded already STN all the way up to that branch there. So I gotta get in here and save whatever's good on this coral and refrag it. I really gotta prune that bird nest down. It's shading a lot of things beneath it. But yeah, it's getting ridiculous. Look at that. I have a beautiful millie that's just pretty much there buried in between coral. It's already starting to lose its color. The orange passion there is already touching with the blue encanada. And then this green guy up here, as you can see, this guy's just touching corals left and right. He's grown out like an umbrella. So I really gotta go and start. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start gutting out the tank by sections. Just grab one day and just gut this whole area up here, and then work my way down. You can see there my strawberry shortcake is already starting to touch my pink Cadillac, and then the rainbow cloves that's growing around that strawberry shortcake. The base on the strawberry shortcake is already starting to darken out. So I gotta watch for that also. Look at the chalice area down here, how dark it is because of the green bird nest. My bubblegum monster was actually dying. It had purpled out. It was like a dark purple color. I had to literally put my hand in there and rip it out. And I placed it down here in this corner, and it's finally gotten its color back. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let it grow out in this area and just cover the whole sand area and this corner over here. And I think it's gonna look pretty nice because on the left hand side of the tank, I have the OG mummy eye growing out. So you can see how much it's already grown out on the sand. In this area, if you haven't noticed, there's hardly any sand. I've put a bunch of encrusting corals down here, and I'll talk about this in another video for you guys. Here's a throwback clip for you so you guys can see how small the mummy eye used to be. You can see it there in comparison to the clownfish, how small it was. Also wanted to show you guys something. You see the space there? There used to be a peach millie in there. And then there was these hitchhiker zoas that I never placed that started growing around there. Here's a picture. There you see the millie there, and then the hitchhiker zoas. Never placed those zoas there. And then, as you know, I just let the tank go out and grow out, and this is what happened. Look at that ball. That ball of zoas. Guess what's under there? Yep, you got it right. The millie is under there. Those things pretty much took over. I didn't pay attention, and then they just completely covered the millie and killed it. So I had to rip that guy out of there because these zoas were already starting to grow onto other acros, and there's still some of them around there. I frag them once in a while to keep them under control, but that's what happened with that millie. Another thing I'm noticing is that my purple cap, as you can see, it's already starting to grow into my Bizarro Cephastra that's growing in the back glass. So I'm gonna have to go in there and break a piece out of that before it starts shading that that's Cephastra. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on this bird nest. So let me go ahead and take you guys along the ride. Now the first thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and remove the PC rainbow. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the whole thing out so I can frag it and cut out the good pieces and just re-glue them into some rubble rock. So there's the PC rainbow. It sucks because they already had gotten pretty big, but it doesn't matter, it'll grow back. So I'll just go ahead and cut all the good pieces off and re-glue it into some rubble rock. Alright, now moving into the green bird nest. Now cutting the green bird nest is going to be a little bit tricky. I could just go in there and frag from the top and make a lot of frags, just cutting the top portion of the coral off, but that's not really going to reduce the size of the coral. I need to actually get under it and try to cut off the actual branch to reduce the diameter. I mean, this guy is probably, I would say, about 10 inches in diameter. So I really need to try to get under there and cut off big pieces so I can reduce the size of it. There, that's this is actually a nice piece I just cut off. If you guys are interested, I am going to be probably posting some of these corals on my Instagram, so follow me on Instagram as ReefGlow19. This right here, as you can see, it could be a nice starter for you instead of having a little dime size frag. That's a pretty nice size frag there. So you guys notice it is a little bit uncomfortable and hard to frag inside the tank, but I usually try to frag this way because I hate taking the corals out, especially if they already have encrusted onto the rock. So here I'm cutting under this branch, and I think I've cut enough where I can just go in there and break that piece off using my hand. And of course, this happens. Oh my God. Now the whole colony's loose. I can't leave it like this. God forbid it falls over and it falls on top of a whole bunch of coral. And this is exactly why, guys, I hate putting my hands inside of the tank. And I just let it grow out, because I know things like this will happen. Anytime you put your hands inside of the tank, you're gonna break things you don't want to break, move things around. Then of course the tank's never gonna look like it used to. But this is exactly what I fear and I didn't want to do, but I'm gonna have to just go ahead and take this whole colony out. Look at the size of this thing. This thing is huge. It's way bigger than my hand. Well, at least it's gonna open a whole lot of real estate there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy out and start fragging it. Let me go ahead and try to show you guys top down view so you can see how big this guy is. Whoa, look at the size of this coral. Corals tend to look a lot smaller when they're inside the tank. This thing is even heavy inside of the water. I'm actually even having to hold it up using part of my wrist. If you can see, look at how much space it opened up. You can even see the chalices now from this point. Huge real estate. Well, at least I can go ahead and organize things a little bit better. So let's go ahead and start fragging this bad boy. So here I'm just gonna go ahead and start cutting off the a couple of big pieces that I'm gonna use to re-glue back into the reef. And then everything else I'm just gonna go ahead and cut off and put it in the frag tank. Birdnest is a little bit difficult to frag because just as the name describes it, it grows in just like a bird would do their bird nest. All the branches intertwine, so it's kind of like a maze. Makes it a little bit more difficult to cut out good pieces. Pretty much have finished fragging. This is all the undergrown dead skeleton that wasn't receiving any more light. And there is the frag plug it grew out of. It's a dime size frag plug. As you can see, I'm pretty impressed how that colony had not collapsed on me. It was holding up that colony from that little frag. So as you can see, those are the big pieces I'm saving to re-glue into my reef. So instead of regular frag plugs, I'm going to be using some of this rubble rock, since I'm going to be re-gluing big pieces. And it will look a lot nicer when I re-glue it back to the reef. So I was able to find these two nice pieces that I can glue together and make this little nice hole there, which will help me start gluing the big pieces. So there it is, guys. Finally I was able to go ahead and gut this area out, and then I would have to go ahead and do the top section later on. But I was finally able to get this bird nest trimmed down to open up a lot of space. As you can see, went ahead and moved a couple of frags down here. There you can also see my PC rainbow. Looking nice. It lost a little bit of its color, but it should come back. And then look at all these other frags I was able to move down from my frag rack. And as you can see, the epoxy, I did a little bit of texture on it. So once it starts curing, it would blend in nice with the rock. And then of course you can see the epoxy there by the blue tort. Once again, this rock ledge fell off when I was in there working. Another perfect example of why I procrastinate so much to put my hands inside the tank to start moving things. Not only that, but it's a process you think it's only gonna take you about an hour. Next thing you know, I was in here for about 3 hours working on the tank. Look at how nice the worldwide coral paradise acro has taken off. I noticed a lot of the frags start taking off and growing faster once you move them into the rock work. So that's why I moved a couple of these frags here from my frag rack. I'm gonna take a look to see which one starts taking off. And then that way it'll make it a little bit easier for me to decide which one I'm gonna end up leaving in this area. Go ahead and take you guys here to this section. There is my other piece of pink Cadillac. The blue polyps on this piece are amazing. That one's taken off, and then I have another piece over here that's growing. by the strawberry shortcake, so I'm gonna probably be removing the one that's over here by the strawberry shortcake. Well guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video here. This one was a little bit long. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And as always, keep reefing simple.